Well, don't ask me what happened, but I'm telling you, it just didn't, something just didn't work right. And I'm looking at everything and I'm like, things just aren't doing right because the wrong intro came on and the screen changed from chat to something else and I got it back. And then thank you to Eric. I can't do it without some of my technical advisors, that I have around to tell me what's going on or not going on. And I'm like, because I was I was talking about Peter. He said, "Oh, come on, pick out a hat and come on." And well, hold on because I'll show you the hat I had on when I thought the stream was running. Give me a second because I didn't know I wasn't live because everything to me said everything was going. So when I opened the stream, here we go. Steelers, here we go. And then I'm watching the chat and I'm talking to people, I'm highlighting things, and I'm like, why did this just pop off? It was just changing. Things weren't right. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? And I'm like, and thank goodness Eric sent me a text that said technical difficulties. And I'm like, what? And so I typed what I did about, can you see me and hear me? And people were like, no. And then I caught something else and I'm like, what the hell just happened? Well, okay, here we are. Now, let's start from the beginning. I'm so sorry. I had no clue. It should have been a clue when an intro I took out came back in. That should have been the first clue that something wasn't right. But to me, on this end, it looked good. And I'm like, well, this just doesn't make sense. But oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh, you know what? They did pull it out of their rear ends. I mean, if anyone could lose it, it would have been them and had nothing to do with Rodgers. Rodgers wasn't too bad. I'm still not 100% sold on him. And I just can't see them building a team around him. I'm sorry. He's old. You need to pick somebody with good potential, young, and if you want to build a team, you build it around them. And if their defense uh, doesn't start doing something, hey, it's going to be tough. I mean, they weren't horrible today. However, they used to be known for the best defense in the league, and the money that they're paying some of these people, please. Yeah, well, hey, like I said, wonders happen. But anyway, so like I said, up at the top of the chat, I poured a little Oban Little Bay to start off uh, in the glass here. So we are we are moving on along. I just decided to pick it for the plain simple reason. Let me get rid of this dinging here. People were texting me. Um, I didn't want to go too high of an ABV over what I poured. And if you would have seen, I opened it, what I thought was live and wasn't, but I opened it and poured it into another glass here so it can sit while I sip on this little bay and chat with you guys. And what I was originally saying, because now I'm off on my train of thought, is that I like Oban Little Bay. I think it's a good uh, sipping whiskey for what it is. I think it has some good notes on the nose as far as honey, gentle smoke, a little bit of that sea. The palate, the palate is fruit, almost like a cooked or stewed fruit. You've got leather, you've got toffee, you've got gentle smoke on the palate. You have that little heather sweetness. It's just a good all around whiskey. I mean, if you like that, if you like a little of that brine, now it's in there. I don't find it off putting. Some people say it tastes a little salty. Well, maybe, but that's just the influence of the sea. There's nothing you can do about that. It's just all part of it. But anyway, and anyhow, again, I hope everyone's doing well. But that's what I got going on. I'm not going to go through all the other stuff that I was talking about when I thought everyone was listening and trying to figure out what the hell's going on. But anyway, now I know. Now we're back in business. So cheers. Holy smokes, look at this guy here, Mr. Hall in the house. Cheers, sir. Glad to see you. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you all coming over here. Say hello, smash that like button between your games, grabbing a snack, or heading to the bathroom. It all counts. Cheers. Somebody did ask me about 4-leaf whiskey, which I talked about. Unbeknownst to me, no one heard me or could hear me. I don't think she will be here this coming weekend, but the following weekend she should be back to streaming. I did send her a text this morning. That's how I knew she wasn't going to be on. So I started the stream earlier just to fill in the time a little bit there, to help things out. But anyway, so one of the things I asked, what's in your glasses? What are you all drinking? Did you start with a Scotch? Are you starting with a bourbon? Did you pour some Oban? What do you got? Cheers, man. Stupid thing. Why did it mute me? I know. I caught it just before you said something. I could see it on the screen. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Hey, JD. And speaking of JD, look what showed up, JD. I know I texted you, but look what showed up here. Looky, 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 looky. Yes, this beautiful, beautiful little juice right here in this in this in this bottle right here. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful juice. Yes, 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 yes. Hell yes. And this one came with a backup right off the bat. So I'm kind of glad to have that. Actually, I think JD was the first one to drop a sample of something like that off to me. So I'm really glad to have it. And then when he told me about the special on the price, I was like, I got to have two. So, ta-da! So thank you, sir. Appreciate that, JD. I'm so glad to have it. And I will be getting into that at some point. Yeah, you definitely, once you see something like that, you have to get them. You have to get them. The price was right. The price was right. Oh, okay. I don't think I've tried Town Branch at all, but because it's Sherri, I'm there. So, oh darn it, I didn't bring it in. Ah, if you guys saw my Instagram, I was at an event for Lasso Motel yesterday, and I got to sample quite a bit of their juice and speak with our rep here for that particular distillery. And so, anyway, I am working on trying to get with the rep here to get with hopefully somebody from the distillery to come on the show so we can talk about this, because there's a lot of buzz on this particular distillery. since they got the Ascot Award for that 18-year-old bottle that's sitting right there. And that's 18-year-old MGP, people. 18-year-old MGP juice sitting in there, which is a very, very mellow and very, very good sipper. Truthfully, it is. That is one that, you do want to share. I hate to say I tried it. I normally don't, but it was open there. And so I had a nice pour, and it's a very good sipping whiskey. Really is a good sipping whiskey. What is it? 60 ABV? Yeah. 121 on the proof, 60.5 ABV. Yeah. I'll talk more about it later, but yeah, it's a very good sipping whiskey. There is just no doubt about it. Very good sipping whiskey. You have okay. 1920, 1990, kicking around, amazing stuff for an amazing price back in the day. Yeah. I think it's good. I think they got good stuff coming out, and especially for the money that you paid for it, like you said, it's very good whiskey. Really. Oh yeah, no problems, man. Absolutely no problems. Mr. Slapshot, great to see you here. Thanks for coming over here, saying hello, smashing the like button, all that good stuff. And I don't understand why the dog doesn't like to go for a ride in the car. I don't understand that. I don't know what dog doesn't. Well, isn't that nice? It's always, hey, as long as you're happy, Donner Pass, that's all that counts. And I always say, water is fine on this stream. Matter of fact, it's right here. It's time for a little sippy poo. No, 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 no. Stuff from even, that we paid 20, 25, 30 years ago for, those prices don't exist anymore. Do not exist anymore. But I will say this little bay is really hitting a spot here this afternoon. Really hit the spot here. Very nice. Very nice. Nor do I, but I think her first car ride. Ah. Oh, there you go. Understood. Understood, but I kind of chuckled when I read that. No, and I just heard about that yesterday, Josh. Johnny Walker Blackwood. I'm the only thing I'm a fan of Johnny Walker is the celebratory blend and the 15 year in the green box. Oh yeah, those are the two that the 15 years available. The celebratory blend would be a unicorn on the shelf now that just was sitting somewhere that they just had never sold it. But if it was ever available and I saw it, oh, I'd definitely buy it. So I had a backup. Definitely I would do it. And I had a chance a couple times, but I ended up buying other things saying, I'll get it later, I'll get it later, I'll get it later. Yeah. Well, by the time I was like, yeah, I got to get that, it's too late. So that was my fault. That was my fault. Unlocked number 3 double cask with extra ABV available on their site. Okay. Well, it does, huh? In the blend. Um, have you tried that already, Peter? Because I just heard about it. I think it was yesterday. I don't know how I got on the topic of Johnny Walker of all things. I was actually drinking Glen Scotia on Friday night, trying to help JD out and get rid of that crappy crap. But I was sitting on the patio because it was about, I don't know, 23 degrees Celsius, 22 degrees Celsius, Friday evening. Um, nice on the patio, nice on the patio. So I was just sitting out there having a little dram. Oh, look at this, look at this. Yes, sir, it is. I was hoping you would be here. I was hoping you would be here. I said to Peter, I was kind of worried there for a minute. I didn't know if they were going to pull it off. Aaron wasn't at his best, which at his age, when is he going to be? But all that counts is the W is in the correct column for the right team. Ah, gotcha. Perfect. Well, hey, sometimes when you're doing a deep dive into something and you discover other things. And I will say this, I was surprised that Lasso Motel, the 18 that I just pointed to over there, I didn't know at the time I got it was 18-year-old MGP. Did not know that. And so I'm like, So I have a little bit of a cheat sheet. It's just not here that lists um, where the distillate is from, uh, what barrel was used, because they have a lot of finished stuff like Armagnac, Mezzanara, of course, Sherri. What was the other one? Takai. Um, oh, Lord, 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 Lord. I forget what the couple of the other ones were. Uh, no, I can't think of it. I know it if I'd hear it. But anyway, neither here or there. It doesn't make a difference. But I just think they're interesting. I think I sampled too many, and a lot of them, like the last 3, 4, kind of went together. But I will say this, their rye is a 95.5. I don't remember if it's MGP. I don't remember. And it was 62 ABV. Really nice. And had they made an old fashioned with it. And I'm not a mixed drink person, but because they did that, I sampled it. Ooh, that was a nice little sipper there. It was nice and chilled, and I'm like, oh man, that was pretty nice. So like I said, what I had was promising on that Lasso Motel. Like I said, there was a lot of them. If you're not sure, go over to my Instagram and I did a quick video of just what was on the counter, and they have their own cigar. Well, they call it cigarette blend, but cigar blend, 50 ABV, 4-year-old juice. And I think that one was Green River, if I remember right. Don't quote me because I don't have my cheat sheet. That has some promise to it. That has some promise to it. I think that that it was worth exploring, and I think it was. I'm gonna say $75 range, $79 range. I think the bottle was. It's less than Joseph Magnus, that's for sure. That's for sure. Oh yeah, trust me. I was glad they pulled it off too. I was listening to it while I was doing some other stuff in here, And so I never actually physically watched the game. The best of the first release. It was Ralphie's Whiskey of the Year long ago. Yeah, I enjoy watching him. I enjoy watching him. So this was distilled. This bubbler was distilled in '05 and bottled in 15, and says it of this particular one. It's the first release on the box. So I haven't opened it yet, but I am so tempted, but I don't want to do it until I do it with all of you guys. Mm. Sorry, I just really like this little bay. It ticks all the right boxes. It's not proof forward or anything like that. It's just good sipping whiskey. I mean, we all got this bottle. We've talked about this. There's ones that it's a guaranteed go to, good sipper, consistent every time. You know, and correct me if I'm wrong here, because I know I got some people that don't mind peat. I think this would be a good one to throw out there for somebody who's new. I mean, I get it, but it's very faint to me. I don't know if you guys get a stronger sensation of peat on this little bay, but it's very gentle. I mean, I could actually forget it's there if I don't dwell on it or search for it. Oh, Feder. Oh, Feder. Yes, 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 yes. Gotcha. Sorry, James. I had to get a little closer to the screen there so I could see what you said. And I am sure you are sipping that for special occasions, without a doubt. Yes. You know what though? For me, I don't really, I mean, I know it's there because I searched for it. I don't really get a lot of heat on the palate. I really don't. Sorry. I'm just sitting here enjoying that. Okay. Let me save that. Let me put the topper on it. Thanks to Top Dog. I'm using his topper. I'm still using his other topper too. So, all right, let's get to this Oban 15, the Palo Cortado finish, 55.3 ABV. I think it's Oloroso Sherry. Eric, if you're still there, it's Oloroso, right? Well, no, it's Palo Cortado, but finished, and Oloroso. You haven't had the Little Bay? Oh my gosh. Yeah, next time you're out and about, find a bottle, Eric. Oh my god, I cannot believe you haven't had that. If you have the 14, 15, put the Little Bay on there. That'd be more of a thing that you would go to more regularly. You'll see. I know some people say, well, you know what? Once you have the 14, why get the Little Bay? And I said that too when it comes to Wee Beastie, the 5 year. Once you have the 10 years, like you don't want that 5 year anymore. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Hey, Carl. Cheers, man. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you being here, coming and saying hello. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, um, it's nice. Honestly, it's just I think it's a well-rounded whiskey for the money. It's not over pretentious. It does the flavors don't seem to fight each other. Um, it's a nice mouthfeel on it. The ABV God, why can't I not say ABV tonight? The ABV is, I think, is perfect on this. I mean, I do like it higher, and it's not 40%, thank goodness, but at 43, I think this thing is hit the mark for it. This is the Little Bay. Mm-hmm. I like going back to some of these whiskeys that I haven't sipped on in a while, especially when I have something else from that distillery to work myself up to. But sometimes I'll fixate on this thing, like the Little Bay. It's like, oh my God, that thing is so good. Forgotten but not gone. What can I say? I'm going to have to do another stream. It's been 2 months since I did the 4th episode of it. So the only reason why I know is I happened to see the thumbnail and I'm like, holy smokes, it's been 2 months? Doesn't seem like it. All right. All right, everybody, have a little hydration. Okay. So let's see here. Oloroso and Palo Cortado. Perfect. Okay. So the Oban 15 was graciously dropped off to me by Eric, and I'm very appreciative of it, and I thank him for this. And so the top is still on. Let me just take a little. Now I get a little more brine on the nose on this compared to the Little Bay. Very similar nose. However, the sherry sweetness I get. Definitely your heather note, honey note on there. Maybe even a bit of the I know you have this, Eric, so maybe a bit of the oakiness from the cask. Hey, hanging. Cheers. I just realized who put that in here. Thanks, man. Hope you're doing well, brother. Been a long time since I chatted with you. Huh. Really? Well, I don't have any problem with just sipping on Loch Lomond. That's for darn sure. Port Charlotte Heavily Peated 2012 Isla Barley is now officially in the books. Cheers to that. So let's get the palate here. Wow. I'm not saying anything yet. I need to kind of let this thing develop here a little bit. And let me get that second sip in here. Definitely higher in ABV from the Little Bay, but a little more robust. Definitely some more spice on the palate. Oh my gosh. This has got to be like a dark toffee, or not coffee, toffee. Believe me, the sherry finished whiskey, that sherry is there, but it is not overpowering by any means. The spice is nice. The flavor develops in the back in a wave and comes forward. The spice lingers. What I really got a good sense of or a taste of, and that's why I said wow on that first sip, the sea, that brine. It wasn't bad, but I actually could tell it was there. I mean, it was, I don't want to say, oh my gosh, I think I got a bit of salt in that sip, but it was a nice salty sweet for just a brief moment. And that's why I said, wow, that salty sweet. And I don't think I've gotten that uh, like that from a whiskey that I have had in the last 5 years or so. Holy smokes. Now, let me get this thing dizzy here a little bit and let me look. The legs, it might be hard for you guys to see it on there, but I'm seeing it. I don't know why all of a sudden this thing does not focus in on the legs. But, oh, there it is. Well, I'm seeing it. I know what I'm looking at. I'm watching the screen. But anyhow, they're nice. They're not running quick. So there's some nice viscosity to this. I don't know. You'll have to, yeah, you'll have to tell you, James. Might be the same one. Eric, is it the same thing I'm drinking that JD had, or was it different what you dropped off to him? It's always nice to get a sale or a special, or even you walk in and they give you a 10% off today because you walk through the door. Yeah, yeah, yep. I've gotten a few of those walking in, so I was interested in something. Oh, okay, JD, you had the same thing I'm sipping on. There you go, same thing. There it was again. Salty sweet, salty sweet. It has such a richness to it that it's not bad. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying it has such a rich texture to it. Um, a, a nice, I don't want to say nice flavor, well rounded whiskey. This 15-year-old is. 55.3, is that what I was? Oh, yeah, 55.3 on the ABV. And I don't think that what is the problem with that? It's letters today. ABV is a problem with this whiskey. But this might be the first time I'd say maybe if they dropped it down a couple of points, maybe. But I don't know. As I sip on it here tonight, I may change that only just because I like the spice. I do like the spice that's on the palate. I'm not sure I like how it's finishing, but I need to have a few more. And when I say I don't like it, it's not preferred, but I would not turn it down, and I would buy a bottle. That's for sure. A, B, C, E, F, G, H, I, J. You know what I'm saying, Ben? Hmm. Sean, did you just get here or were you here and I missed you? I did call your name earlier. So don't think if I didn't, I'm sorry. I might have missed you, but this is the first time I've physically seen. I thought I saw you in chat earlier. But anyhow, appreciate you being here, man. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. So I started off with Oban Little Bay, Sean, to open it up because I've went up to the Oban 15, the Palo Cortado finish in Oloroso, coming in at 55.3 ABV because I didn't want to do the Twin Foxes because it was a tad higher than the 15-year-old. So yeah, so that's where we are. We're doing a little Scotch stream. Feel free to pour yourself a dram of Scotch or bourbon or single malt, American single malt, rye, Irish. You know me. I don't care. Don't care. Do you, brother? Do you? Mm. But remember, everyone, when you get a moment, smash that like button if you didn't do it already when you're over here. Support the channel, me. And I thought I saw, in hindsight now, wasn't Marty? Didn't Marty stick his nose in here? Did I miss Marty? Because I know he's into that Lasso Motel. Well, maybe. Oh, crap. Yep, he was in here earlier. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, he was in here at about, I don't know, quarter to 4. Here we are almost, well, about a half hour later. Sorry, Marty. I know he's sitting down watching football. I'm sure of that. Probably got a Miller Lite open and a big old dip in between his cheek and gum. Huh. That's Marty. But I'm surprised how I get that briny sweet, salty sweet, salty sweet, salty sweet on here. I like it. I mean, it's good. I'm going to have to sip on this again. Because now the more I sip it, I think now I am more acclimated to the ABV. Because I'm now just in talking, I realized I'm not really getting that deep spice tingle. So I think we're good here. I just think I just needed to let my palate acclimate to the whiskey and to the ABV that it is. There it is again. Salty, sweet. And it's not butterscotch, but it's creamy with a butterscotch-esque type of a note to me on there. That's what I'm looking at here. And that's what makes me pause when I have a sip. It's really good. It's really good. And it's probably the finish of the sherry. But it's very warming. To me, this definitely, not that I wouldn't drink it in the summer, but on a fall evening, if you're out on the patio or something like that, or you're sitting in the yard with a little fire going, this would be a nice pour right there. I mean, to me, this would be a nice pour. So what you're saying is they really pulled it out of their ass. All right. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So, man, sorry. I'm just sitting here thinking about this one. But anyway, I'm wondering how this is going to be when I step up to the Twin Foxes because I have it here. And so because it's out, I'm going to go ahead and pour some here in a little bit because I can't bring this little tidbit out and not have a little snort of it. This is the 2021 special release. And this was one of the ones that I kicked myself because I didn't open it soon enough to realize I needed to get the second one. So once that's gone, it's gone. But that's all right. We all have those stories. We all have those stories, and it's okay. It's all right. But you know what? I'm going to pour that damn thing now. I've got some of the other one in the glass. I was like, I know I got more glasses. Here they go. Just got to reach right here and grab it. Here we go. Let me pour this Oban 12 Tale of Twin Foxes right here. And this is a 12 year at 56.3. Hold on. 56.2 ABV. Let me just see how similar. Every time I look at it, it just gets smaller and smaller in the bottle. So let's just see. I gotta pour a little of this. Let's just pour a little of this special release here. Fabulous. Huh. Okay. Such a beautiful, beautiful drop. Gorgeous color. Gorgeous color. Okay. So I've moved on here a little second here. Yes. So now this is the Oban 12 Tale of Twin Foxes 2021 release. Extremely similar on the nose. Extremely similar on the nose to the 15. A little bit of that ethanol, but it's a higher ABV. The heather notes there. Like a buttered toffee on the nose from what I remember. Oh, yeah. Smells nice. Has a good nose on it. Has a great nose, as a matter of fact. And I know this has nice legs on it. So, cheers. Let's see. Just give me a second here. Okay. The 15 has a little more spice going on than the 12. So I do believe that's a little bit of the barrel and the oakiness coming through in regards to the spice. The 12 is just a little more polished on the ends. Sorry, but that's what it appears to me. Beautiful sweetness on the palate. Fruit, honey. There's that rich, creamy toffee note. Fruit. Although this late in the game with them, it's all three of them are extremely similar, but yet there's distinctness between them to where the Oban Little Bay is just a nice sit down, sip, sweet, slightly smoky, slightly salty dram. To you go to this one, the 12. Now, this is retrospect here a little bit to the 15. I don't think it would have been a problem to go to the 12 first and then the 15, knowing what I know now and after the sampling. But I just didn't want to take the chance that the higher ABV might have skewed me a bit from the 15. But the 12 and the twin, well, okay. And also, in fairness, the 12 has probably been open for a couple of years versus the 15. When I say a couple of years, I got that in 21. And Eric, I don't know when you picked the 15 up, but I'm going to say 3 to 4 years on the Oban 12. It's been open. So, but I don't know when you had gotten this 15. But anyway, let me get a sip of this. You put another Glen Topper on. Hold on. Let me get the Whiskey Encore Glen Topper so I know that's the 12, the 15, and then the one with the top dog one has that on it because, boy, it's easy to get confused. And let me take a little sip here. Oh, my gosh. Old Paltney. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Old Paltney. Oh, yes. Is that the 12-year-old or is that an NAS? Okay. 4 or 5 months. Okay, perfect. That's fine. Okay, so let me go back to the 15. I had to think a second, which was what? Now this has that caramel toffee, rich caramel toffee note on the nose. The ethanol is pretty much gone on it. So let's see. Okay, it's the 12. Okay, perfect. So that's what you should have. Should have some floral notes on that, and kind of an earthy, woodsy, piney note. Some spice. I think I had a sample of that. Don't quote me on it, but I think I've had a sample, and that sample I think again may have come from JD. All right. Oh yeah, that sherry sweetness it's like a freight train compared to the 12. There's the separating. Now, I don't know if I'm going to try to get this to focus to see if you guys can see this. Oh my gosh. Now this is the 15 and it's beaded up like sweat along the rim of this. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could see this. Ah, I cannot believe it. I mean, it's beautiful droplets. I cannot believe it's not showing up. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But anyway, it is just beaded up. The oils in here or beat it up nicely along the inside of this glass. It's beautiful. Yeah, it is. It is. Here it is in a little better uh, representation for you hanging. As a matter of fact, I should probably just pour a smidge more in this glass since I'm doing a little comparing here with the 12. Just a smidge, just enough to give me another couple of little tastes. But oh my gosh, it's oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Thicker and richer. That's how I'm going to say it. Thicker and richer. Okay. Let me put the other Glen Topper on. Let me take a little drink here. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Now, the 12. Lord. Wow. That Oban 12 is just sublime. The 15 is perfect, and I'm not getting that spice like I was. So I just needed to get a little more acclimated to it. So the ABV is fine on the 15. But the 15 is definitely a little richer in flavor than the 12. And that's just due to the way it's finished. The 12 has similar flavors as the 15, but of course it doesn't have that sherry. Hold on. You know I'm going to look because I'm trying to remember. Preserved Highlands, lightness, dark. Mm-hmm. Okay. Got that. Textured taste. Citrus. Got that. Maritime. Oh, yeah. Salt. Yes. Oily. Mm-hmm. Fresh charred cask. Shit, I don't remember that. Orange sweetness. It has a little peppery finish. Yep. Mm-hmm. Huh. Okay. I did not think this had any type of a sherry ferment. Okay. Ex-bourbon refill cask. I don't know if it's first fill or not. But orange with a whisper of sea salt and smoke. I don't know. I would give that to somebody who is not a fan of peat also. I hope they could just tolerate a little bit of, ABV. That's all they would need to do. What? You're out of Old Pulteney? Really? Holy smokes. Absolutely. Very, very distinct. Stop. Focus. Here we go. Very distinct. Yes. And that chicken scratch? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just like, mm-hmm. Get a little closer. Yeah, that I can't believe that. When you said you didn't have that, I'm like, oh yes, without a doubt. You know what though? It's a 200 mil, if I'm not mistaken, Sean. Am I right? 200 mil? Or is it a 375? Because I think I saw that. This is the 15. Oh, sometimes it will. The flavor is just hands down. Certain bourbons can't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Really? Holy crap. Holy crap. Really? For 100? They still have it over there. Holy crap. That might be worth an investment to me to get another bottle, but I thought it was like maybe a 375 on that. Hmm. Classic Lottie. All right. Classic Lottie. There you go. I was actually talking about that yesterday to somebody who had pointed it out. And I said, yeah, that's a definite scotch you want on your bar. That is a good, common, everyday sipper. Mm. I'm sitting here BS, and I didn't actually polish it off. I've got more in the sample, but I just kept sipping, sipping, sipping on this 15. Man, yeah, that's good. Absolutely delicious. Let me finish up the 12 here. It's nice. I love the I love the compare and contrast, and particularly once you get into it, you can define the flavors, the proof, the viscosity, and you can really work your way through it. As far as the distillate, it's the same distiller. So Oban Little Bay, Twin Foxes, the 15. So you have that similarity. But when you start moving from one to the other, back and forth, you pick that out. And I'm sure you've done that with other ones of the same distiller, same brand, and move through it. And then as you do it, now you start being able to pick out the differences between A and B, because it's the distillate is the same. It's just how it was aged, how it was finished, and the year, how long it was in that barrel. And you start to work through that. Um, it's really, really good drop. Really a good drop. That 15 is exemplary. It is exemplary. Oh, I was going to say, don't tell me that, Carl. For the last 2 years? Really? I don't understand that. And you're talking like the Oban, right? I want to clarify that the Oban, the Lagavulin are still on the shelves in Virginia. What the hell is wrong with them people? Oh yeah, yeah. You need to get rid of that shit. JD is going to thank you for that because it's horrid shit, that Glen Scotia. Horrid. I mean, you should drink all of it that you possibly can to save people from having to experience that. Hey, Tom. Cheers, sir. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you coming in to smash that like button and say hello. I do appreciate that. And everyone popping in, remember, smash that like button, support the channel. Wow. Yeah, this Oban 12 is so nice. But like I said, to be able to compare and contrast, to go from up and down, and then really start to pick these apart, it's one of the things I like to do with whiskey, be it Scotch, be it bourbon, a rye, American single malt, to be able to have a couple of different expressions from the same distillery and just work your way back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's what I like. I mean, I like doing the blinds and different ones, but when you can go and grab something from your shelf or your bar, your floor, your box, whatever you keep your stuff in, and then do that compare and contrast and pick out the differences. Yeah, that's that's really good. Really good. Mm. Ah, okay. Okay. So they're sitting on them and hoping that some poor son of a bitch is going to come in there and spend, 175, 200 plus bucks. Oh, yeah. So I think when I bought the Oban 12 Twin Foxes, 129, 139, I'm going to say it was back then. And I was happy with it, especially when after I bought it, I was like, oh, yeah, this shit tastes good. So, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. JD will tell you that Glen Scotia is garbage. If you have any, send it to him, send it to me, send it to Sean. We'll dispose of it. Don't you worry. It will be taken care of properly. We will properly dispose of it, filter it, and return it back to nature. Marty, you should have been there with me yesterday. I'm telling you, you should have been there. You should have been there, Marty. You would have liked that Lasso Motel event. You really would have, particularly to be able to go through all those whiskeys and get samples of it to know what it is, what's coming, and down the road. They're not in every state yet. They're not in every state yet, and I don't think they are where you are. But if I can get them on the show here in the next month, I want to find out where they're going to be by the end of the year, because they're only in, I think, maybe a dozen states right now, from what I remember them telling me. And I could be wrong. It could be more than that, but I think it's about a dozen, if not a little more. So they're slowly expanding their reach throughout the states. Oh, of course. You need to pick up more Victoriana and get that crap off the shelf. I agree with you. Hit that like, that thumbs up. I should be at, 25, 26 likes instead of what I don't know what I'm at. 15? Yeah. So, yeah, smash that like button, people. Smash it hard. Yeah, because if it is, that's really crap. Yeah, that's really crap. I'm glad you're drinking it away. Yeah, I guess you see what's over my shoulder. I know your eyes popped out because you know what that is over my shoulder. I've been waiting for you to come on and go, look at that, look at that, look at that. Yes. And let me just say this, Marty. Let me just say this. 18-year-old MGP. That is what's in that bottle right there, Marty. That is 18-year-old MGP. And I don't want you to get preconceived notion like that, but let me tell you something. It truly is sipping whiskey. I mean, if there ever was sipping whiskey, there it is. It really, truthfully is sipping whiskey. And yes, I will. Make sure, though, when I come over, that I have the right address this time. You know, I don't know. Something about throwing it at your neighbors, they get pretty upset. But yeah, make sure you text me with the address because I know you have moved since the last one I've gotten. So let me know. Sorry, guys, I'm moving through here, and I'm a little behind. But you had it in your hand and gave it away. Yep. We're getting there. We're getting there. People got to remember, smash that like button. Smash that like button. It really does help. Hold on. People are texting me. Okay. Holy smokes. Ed, cheers, brother. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you being here. Thank you very much for participating. Really good to have you, man. Thank you. Bullshit. I damn well know your eyes. That was the first thing it fixated on over there was that frickin' beautiful little 18-year-old bottle of whiskey right there. I know you picked that out. I purposely left the lights off the shelf. Really? Where'd you find what, 17-year? Holy smokes. Where at did you find that, Tom? Hmm. I never, if you're talking to me, James, yeah, I don't mess with my audio. I don't have to. Between YouTube and StreamYard, crap happens naturally. I don't need to change anything. That shit does it for me, as evident today. Ugh. You know, guys, I do like rye. I think it's terrific. You know what I think is a good rye for the money is the bullet rye. For the money, I think it's a really good rye. And definitely, if you make old fashions or something with a rye, I think that would be good. A lot of weird sounds. Hmm. Scappa 16. Now there you go. JD will probably have one because you're pouring that, because that's one thing that he knows. And Eric, what did you think of the Oban 12? The Twin Foxes. Yes. Really? Okay. Well, yeah, if it really sounds bad to you across the pond, let me know. Let me know, because right now, when I'm looking at different things, because it's been wrong, you shouldn't have any problems in hearing me across the pond from what I'm seeing on my end of the world here. Oh my gosh, isn't it, Josh? I'm serious. Isn't that shit really good? Really, really good? And for the money, it's like, holy smokes. And that's really good. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You did tell me you had satellite. But yeah, let me know if it isn't. I don't think I can adjust much, but if you tell me, I would definitely look into it for you, bud. You better not argue with the order. Oh my gosh, Marty. Yeah, thank you for sending me that. That's not what I have. That's not what I have. So perfect. I am so glad you did that. But I was going to send you a text and say, hey, okay, I have a North Carolina address, but it definitely wasn't that one, and that's why I didn't come over and drop it off. I'm like, I don't think it's the same. Donald, cheers, man. Hope all is well up there in the great north. Appreciate you and Peter for being here today. I appreciate it. And don't forget to smash that like button so hard that Mike Stahl feels it while he's napping on the couch. Oh, okay. Well, the sill, sorry about that. I try for perfection for my peeps over there across the pond. So you have that bottle, right, Thomas? The 12-year rye. You physically have it on your shelf. Yeah, it is. I'm telling you. I agree with you. I think it's a nice, well-rounded 12-year-old Scotch. I really, really think so, and that's why I drink it sparingly. The Scappa 16 and 21 are great. Are you kidding me, JD? Great? I would probably say terrific. Man, I tell you what, have you seen some of them women football players, James, for New Zealand? Woo wee. Scare the living shit out of you. Holy smoke, Sean. You need to get a third job at McDonald's. 240? 130 for the 16 year? Okay. Okay. Because I have like a rule of thumb. I go $10 just in my head, quick math, per year to see if the bottle is worth it. Does that make sense to you? And so if it's under that number, I go, okay. All right. So then, yeah, you can go back to it when you want. I wasn't sure if it was something you found out at the bar and you grabbed yourself a pour, but you have the bottle. Okay, so you can go back and forth. That's just what I was trying to put into my head. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, maybe not next week. Not 100% sure, but I'm sure the following week because she said she was going to take a couple of weeks off. So I've texted her today. That's how I knew she wasn't coming on at 3. And I decided, okay, I'll move mine up an hour and fill in the spot just because. And, you know, but she should be back. If it's not next weekend, she'll be back the following weekend. Oh my gosh, Roscoe P. Coltrane. Cheers, man. Let me pull a Glen Topper off this Oban 15 and go, cheers, sir. Appreciate you being here. I haven't seen you in a minute. I've seen you around, but I haven't seen you here. So thank you for popping in, say hello, and smash that like button, man. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Mm. Mm. Mm-mm. That was good whiskey. Oh my gosh, rub it in, JT. Rub it in, JD. Just rub it in. See, you stick your head in here and you're popular, Roscoe. That's for sure. But you're always welcome here, man. Friends are always welcome here on the stream. Cheers to you again, sir. Glad to see you. Oh my gosh. I had to read it twice, Sean. Like, what? I'm old enough. I get what you meant. And probably not. All right. So this is back to the Oban because I finished up the 12 and I finished up the 15. Here it is. And I really haven't had anything peated in weeks. And I'm going to have to remedy that. Maybe some rock oyster. Oh, there's a name you all haven't heard in a minute. Maybe some rock oyster. Mm, mm, mm. Maybe some Bunnahabhain 12. Oh, shit. Oh, I haven't not. I can't remember the last time I went to the Ardbeg and Noah. Ooh, that's some peat. That's some peat, people. Or maybe Octomore. Oh, shit. I haven't went into that bottle for a minute. Yeah, some Octomore. I did finish off my Lagavulin 16. I don't have any more of those. Hey, Gert. Holy crap. What's up, Gert? Haven't seen you in a minute, but I did see you commented on Greg's stream. I did too. I was watching it as I was doing some work here after the fact. I didn't realize he came on live. I was out and about, so I wasn't home, but I did see you commented on there. So great to see you, man. How's your son? Is he doing well? And if those of you don't know and haven't subscribed to the Whiskey Lovers Society, go over there and slap Gert a sub. Great friend of Whiskey Tube, great friend of mine. He supports us all. Um, Love to see him pop in. We are definitely in different ends of the world, but like he said, he's in Belgium and I'm here. But I always appreciate the people on I will say, the other side of the world who come in here, even if it is for just a couple of minutes to say hi. Um, I really love to see them here, and especially people that haven't popped in a minute and they come back because they got some time. Uh, Always grateful to them just coming in saying hello. It's nice to see the face. Well, it's nice to see the name. Oh, good, 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 good. Because it's been a minute since I talked to him, but uh, I've been thinking about him, and I know he said he got a lot of positive thumbs up from my interview that I gave him for university. So I am so glad that it worked for him, and he got good marks, good grades, whatever. But I always think about him, so I'm glad he's doing well, and I'm sure you're proud of him. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you, Tom. Gert appreciates that you sub to him. Believe me, he does. And so, just so you know, too, Gert keeps no money that he collects for his channel. He takes the money, buys food for the orphans. So, just so you all know, so go and watch his videos. Go over and increase his hours, and if you guys can, send him a couple of bucks, because the money you donate to him does not go to his pocket. He takes that money and he buys food for the kids, and he posts it. You see this plethora of food that he takes and donates to them. So I just have to say, cheers to Gert for what he does and what he does with his money and how he uses his channel to help others. Cheers to you, Gert. Thanks for what you do for the kids. Mm-hmm. And it's the truth, people. There it is. There it is. I really appreciate what he does. He's a saint, in my opinion. And he asked me to allow his son to interview me for a paper and a project he was working on at university. And their time zone and my time zone are two different things. So I'm on, let's just say, at 4 in the afternoon, and it's midnight, 1 a.m. where he is. And he interviewed me for a project that he needed for graduation. And from what I remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, Gert, it got a lot of views on the university side, and it was well received. So, it was a good thing. And so, like I said, I was so glad to help him out and but be able to talk to his son and, and literally see him like I'm looking at him now, or like you would see Gert if you played his video. Very remarkable young man who has a lot of potential, and I really enjoyed my conversation with him, and so glad that I could be a part uh, of his education. But also, when Gert asked me to do it, I kind of felt honored that he wanted me or to do this. So yeah, I was over the moon to do something like that for Gert, because if I could help him through his son or vice versa, why not? Why not? I would have never guessed you're a Lafroig fanboy, Eric. Not in a million years. Oh, you know what? That long row peated is so nice, Sean. So nice. So nice. Oh, you're more than welcome, sir. You're more than welcome. Yeah. Yeah, it's all about it. As I said, if I tell people, push that like button. Go back and watch the videos. Comment on the videos. That all helps our channel and the algorithm for them to recommend us. And you know, like me, I watch Greg stuff, but sometimes I don't get to watch it live. But I will play it while I'm working here, to which I've done for Whiskey Knows, Whiskey Encore, Whiskey Uncensored, Live Wire Whiskey, Bourbon Battalion. Those of you may not know Bobby, but Bourbon Battalion, um, Women of Whiskey. I mean, I go back and I play these videos, even though it's after the fact, just to hear what Michelle was talking about. And it's good for the channel. And while I'm sitting here working on something, doing a thumbnail, preparing other different videos, or not videos, but deciding on my next thumbnail, my next stream, and I'm working, I have these things on because I have another monitor here. So I'll throw it up on the monitor, and I'm working on my laptop right here that I'm staring at right now, but I have another monitor here. And that helps them with their hours, just like me. Hey, I would appreciate you go back, watch some older streams or whatever, and play them, comment, because it builds our hours. It also makes YouTube recommend them to others. So it's a win-win for me, for Gert, for Livewire Whiskey, for Women of Whiskey. We all can benefit by just doing something simple as rewatching or watching videos that or streams that you haven't seen. But anyway, not to go and jump on all of that, but holy smokes, I thought I saw Cooler Runnings. Dude, where the hell have you been? And don't tell us working your ass off over there in Ireland. Love it. Got got Belgium, got the UK, and now I got Ireland here, got Canada here. This is terrific. Love it when we all get together and we talk about our passion. And our passion is whiskey, be it bourbon, be it Scotch, be it Irish, be it single malt. It's what brings us together here. And I just love when these people show up, because I know, their time and my time are two different things. But, buddy, if I ever get over to Ireland, he and I are going to have a pint of Guinness. Well, it's probably going to be two at least. But we're going to have a pint, guaranteed, and a proper pint. And if I ever get over to the UK, James, I'm going to see, and we're going to have a couple of pints, without a doubt. Because I'd have to have it. It would be like, I've got to visit him. We got to go to a pub. We got to have a good pub meal and a couple of pints, because he's somebody I would definitely want to meet and hang out with, without a doubt. Would love to do that. And if I go over to ever get over to Belgium or get into Australia or New Zealand, Gert in Belgium, I would love to go over there and drink his whiskey. That's for darn sure. Really would, and meet these people face to face, like I've met Chris and Lil. Just using them as an example. They come over here from Australia. It's just, even though I know so many people from the stream, but when you meet them in person and see, holy smokes, they're just like they are when I talk to them on stream. Such good people they are. Such good people. Such good people. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh, Kurt. But understand, man. But hey, great to see you. Honestly, it is. And truthfully, uh, give my regards to your son. Great young man. Great young man. All right. I got to get another pour here. Let me have a little bit of water. I have no idea if Livewire is going on. I forgot to check for a thumbnail. Mike didn't say anything to me. I can't say he is. I can't say he isn't. Hold on. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to get a bottle. So please don't mind the avatar. Don't get scared, doggy. I just got to get something from over here. I got to get something from over here. Calm down. Ooh, spring. Ooh, hard. All right, here we go. This is a Gunderson favorite, people. Whom I haven't pulled an Ardbeg 10 out and had a dram, and I really don't know how long. And this literally was at the back of the shelf. So here we go. A Gunderson special here. Even though he didn't drop this off, I just know he likes Ardbeg. So here we go. I don't know. I didn't text him. He didn't text me. So, oh well, it's all good. I 6 o'clock, I'll end the stream because I'm going to have a meal. It truthfully is, Richie. It truthfully is. Um, Met Troy Man. It was like, he's like you see him, just like when you see him on stream or something like that. Big Vic. God, I met him years ago, and Ed, met him. Good people, truthfully, good people. Um, it's what you would expect. It was what you would expect. Well, once you have this, I mean, why go to the wee beastie, people? Just saying. Where's Mr. Jiggs? I haven't seen him in a minute. I know he's around, but I haven't seen Mr. Jiggs in a minute. If anybody sees him, tell him I asked about him. I know I got a glass here. Here we go. Here we go. Ta-da. All right, let's pour. Oh my gosh, I could just smell the peat on this son of a bitch. Ugh. You know what? When you meet great granddad, I understand. I mean, his teeth are usually falling out. He's drooling. He's got stuff in his diaper. He's nasty. So totally get it. Anyway, Marty, when I drop that bottle off, there will be a couple of samples in there, and it's for a stream that you're going to be with me on, because I'm setting it up. I know you're just finding out about it, but yeah, it's a couple of scotches that are on this shelf right about in here, and I'm going to send them to you. And somebody we know down in Texas. Yeah. So anyway, just letting you know. So when you see it and go, what the hell? You're going to know. All right, let me get this Ardbeg poured. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. No. So everybody get yourself if you got it, get yourself some good peated whiskey. Raise a glass. Cheers to everyone here tonight, this afternoon, wherever you are. Well, it's evening here. It's 5:15. Well, it's 5:20. So cheers, everybody. Really appreciate you all being here. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. You know, I haven't seen Great Grandpa in a minute. They probably got him tied up to the bed in the nursing home because, he does get out and steal the enemas. Not usually, because, when they sentence him, it's always concurrent. So, yeah, he ain't getting out anytime soon. Oh, be careful, Eric. Be careful, Eric. Because, Marty will drive to Tennessee in a heartbeat. He certainly will. Yeah. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He's just upset that they took his weekly colon cleansing off and only will do it once a month at the home. So he's been kind of pouting. You say that now. You say that now, but my gosh, when Marty starts coming over, look out. I'm just telling you, look out. Mm-mm-mm. It's one thing about this. It's nice to be able to sit here and have this chat with you all. And it doesn't necessarily be whiskey, but we're generally having a dram. And just rekindling the friendships that we have. We don't get to talk all the time. We always don't talk in person. Yes, I could pick up the phone and call Marty. I could pick up the phone and call Eric, and because we're always texting and we're always chatting. But when I see people, and I'm gonna call you out, Roscoe, but like Roscoe that I haven't seen in a minute, but pops in, it's so nice to see them. Just pop in, say hi, even if they can only spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or whatever. But it's so nice being able to see people like that come in, say hello, contribute, and they can spend time. Great. Like I said, I see some around here and there, other streams, but life gets in the way. In other words, you've got other obligations. You can't be here. Totally get it. But you miss certain people. You miss certain names that pop up. You get accustomed to seeing people, and It's nice to have them come on. And, like I said, I love to see James. I love to see Cooler running, come on. Whiskey Lovers Society, love to see them pop in. Except they're on the other side of the world compared to us. Chris and Lil, Scotch Down Under. It's just nice to have this conversation. And it doesn't necessarily have to be about this. Just like Gert and I were talking about his son, we grow these bonds, or we grow these connections with each other. And I really do enjoy that type of interaction and conversation with you all. And, when Bourbon Baller gets to come on and contributes, because I know he's working. I'm just naming certain people that I know are okay with me calling them out, and talking about them. They don't have a problem with it. I enjoy seeing these people. And there's a guy here in Las Vegas called Vegas Art. Always great to see him from time to time when he can come on and contribute. And he doesn't live far from me, or ASMR Whiskey, which I haven't seen him in a while, so I'm going to have to reach out to him because he only lives a couple miles from me. And even Mr. Whiskey Shits, haven't seen him in a minute or talked to him in a minute, so I'm going to have to reach out and touch him because he's only about 25 miles away from me now. So, it's just nice to see you all, or nice to have this contact with you all and be able to share a dram and just talk about our common connection in whiskey. It really is. It's just nice. And even like I said, if you're just sitting there drinking water like Donner Pass said he was doing, it's perfectly all right. Water, tea, soda, whatever floats your boat. Come on, sit down and have a chat. Probably next week's going to be a open pub. Have some people just want to come on and just chat and sit back and relax. We're going to do it. We are going to do it. That's for sure. And whatever. Heck, I don't know. I've got a lot of new bottles to crack. I just may crack a couple of new bottles. I don't know. But it's just whatever the mood strikes me. But anyway, like I said, it's always good to have you guys here. And I'm so glad I picked this Ardbeg. I haven't, like I said, it's one of these bottles that was literally, I had to pull 3 or 4 other bottles out of the way. I had to pull a committee release, the NO, and it was a Brooklotti, and I don't know how it got over in the Ardbeg section, but it did. I had to move that over, but it was literally at the back of the shelf, so I had to look what was in front of it. And yes, I've got floor whiskey now. I got to put that shit back on the shelf. You know what? I may do that committee release after this because I can't remember the last time I had that. I'll show you what it is. Yes, it's an Ardbeg, and it actually has freaking dust on the bottle. Dust on the bottle. Hold on. Let me get something here. Holy crap. So how long has it been since I opened this bastard? Let me get the dust off this sucker. There we go. That's terrible. So this one, Ardcore. Ardbeg Ardcore. There's not much left in here, but this is sublime. This is sublime. That's for sure. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. There, you are so right. Oh, thank you, James. Really appreciate it, brother. Really do appreciate that. And, thanks to Ken, he's the one that gave us, like me, Livewire, Marty, the idea to do that here. So, And we love pub style. And if you look, there's other channels, and I'm not going to call them out, but there's other channels that have done the same thing. And you see them, you know, because I know you're there. But they've done the same thing over here in the States that Ken started. And we always say he's the godfather of pub style, and particularly the mounted pub. But he has done that. And back almost 5 years ago, when we started watching Ken, and just before I started a channel, that was a great idea of a way to bring people together like you and me and Marty and Gert to talk about whiskey. Was this pub style chat? Now, I haven't opened the stream up to others today, but normally I will, and others can join. I'm just going to throw JD out there because he doesn't have a problem, but he would pop on, or Whiskey Uncensored, or Z-Man, to which he is alive and well. I saw him today, not literally, but in chat. But he's doing well. But we can have these discussions. So like I said, thanks to Ken, but I appreciate that. And, I enjoy that type of feedback. Dude, I'm going to hit you up and drink your frickin' whiskey. Know it. And you'll see this hat, or you might see, this hat here, or you could see me in this hat, but I've got a multitude of hats. It just depends. But I'd go to St. Louis. I want to go to the Arch. That's for sure. Oh, yeah. Take it easy, Gert. Look forward to seeing you. And again, give my regards to your son. Oh, good. I could pass out there. Perfect. Sorry, Sean. But I'm just laughing because, yeah, at my age, you get 5 or 6 pours in. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. But, man, this Ardbeg 10 is still good. And I've probably had this thing open for it, but it's getting down there. I don't know if you guys can see where it's at, but it's about here in the bottle. So I'm going to have to start giving it some special attention because I'm going to have to replace it. Mm. I got a Tomatin cast strength I just caught a glimpse of when I was moving this stuff to get to this Ardbeg. And I'm like, holy crap, I forgot about that. And it's literally at the back of the shelf, on the bottom shelf in the back. But there's generally the Tomatin 12. And the Tomatin 12 is out of place. So it's either on this shelf or that shelf, but I can locate it. But anyway, Tomatin, I love the Tomatin 12. The Tomatin 12 is an excellent pour. Really is an excellent pour. Now, I was going to grab something else, and now I'm having a moment. I got on Tomatin, and I forgot what my thought was. Gee, many Christmas. It happens when we get to be my age. Oh, the hats. My favorite hat. That's right. Hold on. I'll get you one of my favorite hats. And it is bespoke hat. And as you know, I wear a lot of bespoke hats. This one is not a bespoke hat. This one is not a bespoke hat. They're off the rack. But I like them. And this one, oh my gosh. If you knew that, I don't think it was a $9.99. I got it for Christmas. I didn't buy it. It was given to me, but I kind of like it. So I wear it here. Yeah. I'm afraid if I took it in the rain, though, it would like streak black streaks and shit down me if it got wet. But hold on. Let me get you my favorite hat. Favorite hat. My wife loathed it. Loathed it. Ugh. Let me get it. Stay right there, Bobby. Stay right there. All right. My favorite hat is this one. Is my bowler. God, that goes with jeans. It goes with a suit. It goes with just about anything you could think of. It is a beautiful, beautiful bespoke hat that I had made for me. Ta-da! Turn it around. Boom. But a little warm this time of year, but I'll wear it a lot in the fall, winter, and spring and stuff like that. But oh yeah. Oh, it's freaking phenomenal. Love this hat. Love this hat. I want to get one in black, but I have not figured out how I want it to look, because all of this would be, of course, would be black. But how do I want to accent the brim and then the band? That is what I'm thinking of, and I can have it made, so that's not the issue. But it's how I want to see it. It's just how I want to see it. Thank you. Yep, it is. Oh yeah, it's not the. Oh, I've worn this on many streams, many streams. I used to wear it to work. It is too. I think our all in general, our love of whiskey has gone way beyond our financial means. But you just make me chuckle because it can make us or break us in more ways than one, Sean. That's for darn sure. But I will say this: the Ardbeg 10 versus the Wee Beastie is a buy all day long. Is a buy all day long. But let me tell you, it's a robust peat like Lafroig. It's robust. Now, unfortunately, you can't find the committee release, and I don't think you've even seen this one or have even tried this one. Have you, Eric? The Hardcore and the committee release. Now, what is different about this one? It's black malt barley is the predominant grain. Black malt barley. So I don't know if you've tried this. I don't know why I've never thought to ask you that before. Exactly. You're right. You're absolutely right. Oh, you haven't? Okay. I'll drop it off. Absolutely, I'll drop it off. Absolutely, Roscoe. There, I've told the story. Do you remember the Ardbeg pirate? The Ardbeg. Okay, so this has got to be 2020 during COVID, very early 21 when Liquor Lineup opened. They had an event, and I was getting back into Scotch. And I liked peated Scotch before, but I just got out of it for 15 years or more. Anyway, Ardbeg was there, and they poured me some of the Pirate. Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I drank that, and I would have rather licked that mat underneath the urinal in a men's room to get that frickin' taste out of my mouth than have to endure it for almost 2 hours. That just peat crap taste. Then go to a High West finished in an ex-peated barrel. I enjoyed that whiskey. And then it set the hook. And then I went back to another event that Ardbeg was at Liquor Lineup 2, and they said, do the 10. Don't even worry about the wee beastie. The 10 is much more rounded and a better sipping whiskey. And so I tried it, and bang, that was it. I was gone. Ardbeg, Lefroy, Lagavulin, all that. Oh, just give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Once I understood how peat enhances the whiskey, and that the peat should be in the back seat, not in the front seat, and push through the whiskey. It should complement that, the sweet, the smoke, the brine. Boom, the taste was back. I got it. I remembered. And I have sailed the calm seas of peat ever since. It was wonderful. Oh, that Kilchoman 100% Isla. Everybody tells me that that's like frickin' just amazing. Amazing. I don't know. But I can tell you, Octomore 14 1 is like 309 ppm. So I guarantee you it's way under that. And I've got it. I've got that Octomore up here. Oh, oh my gosh. That Lagavulin 16 is the quintessential Scotch for anybody. Quintessential Scotch. I just finished up my bottle. I bought that a couple of years ago, and I had to polish it off because I could tell the taste was diminishing because there was about yay in the bottom of it. And so I just had a couple of drams, and then I got down to the point where I poured a good healthy pour to finish it off, and I finished it with a steak dinner. So I'm officially, and I haven't been without a Lagavulin on my shelf in probably 5 years, but I don't have a Lagavulin 16 on my shelf. Correct. Correct. And I don't know if you were on the stream where I said people get confused with heavy peated versus robust. So, and what I tell them is, well, what did you have? And they might say Lefroy, they might say Lagavulin, they might say Ardbeg, okay? And I go, okay, so that is robust peat. Heavy peat, like Octomore 14.1 at 309 ppms or 310 ppms, I forget what it is, or 305. I go, that's heavily peated. I go, but if you would taste that, you would say it's nowhere near the peat that Lagavulin is. And I go, that Lagavulin's only like 50 ppm. So it's not heavily peated. It's just robust. Where they harvest that peat from, what died there, what decayed there to make that over the years, and those sections that they cut out when they burn that to put that flavor into the grain, well, that's what it is. That's what it is. So when you try to explain that to people, they have this preconceived notion that, hey, this is really a peated whiskey. It's very heavy. It says, no, it's robust. You want a heavy peated whiskey, try that Octomore 14-1. And I know what you would say, Sean. You would go, oh shit, this isn't heavily peated at all. Got it. I did the same thing. I did the same thing. But then that was my turning point. So I understood. And then, of course, Sugar Kitty helped. But a heavily peated whiskey, just because it says it on there, doesn't necessarily mean it's heavily peated, because the Port Charlotte is 50 or 55 ppms. Lafroig is 45 or 50. Lagavulin, I think, is 45. So it's subjective, but it's the type of peat. It's how the peat is. But anyway, sorry, but I know you got it. I know you got it, but it's always something that comes up, and then I get into a big discussion over it. You should be. You should be. This is a man's hat. This is a gentleman's hat. This is a bowler, they call it. Or a derby. Some people call it a derby. But dude, it is wonderful. And this one's only it's handmade. It's a 10X. It's by a company here in Vegas called, let me turn it around. D Bar J. D Bar is in a bar that we'd sit at and drink. J is in J. So D Bar J Hat Company here in Las Vegas. They make bespoke hats. And so I can just say I want such and such hat. They already have my whole noggin measurements, and boom, away we go. Away we go. And you can go to their website. And, they can be upwards over $1,000, people, just so you know, depending on how many X's are in there. And I have pure beaver felt sitting up there. And I've worn it. But anyway, just want you to know, when you get a bespoke hat, it's made for you and your noggin. Every bump, every curve. Yeah, it's made for you. Oh, yes. Absolutely good. Good choice, Roscoe. Oh, it is. It is. And particularly if you're having scotch, if you're having barbecue. I will say this. If you're truly having barbecue, like a barbecued rib, pour Ardbeg. Especially the NO, if you can still find it, because I know that's going away. But Ardbeg NO, oh my gosh, it's freaking sublime. I would say that's low on that too, James. You know what? That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. And when I had this discussion months back, peated, non-peated, you guys can look at the thumbnail. Yeah, that's always a topic. That's always a topic that always comes up, and people have this skewed notion about heavily peated. And so I like the term robust. It's robust, but it's not heavily peated. However, that's how it comes over to you, because you don't know. And it's not a slight. I'm not talking down to them or anything like that. They just don't understand. And then so I try to educate them. And then, you bring in that Octomore 14-1, but at 309 ppm, and say, that's heavily peated. What you're drinking is 50 ppm. Do you see the difference? But if they sip it, they go, okay, but it's not like that. And I go, correct. That's robust. Ta-da! Yes, correct. And just like the Bruichladdich or Port Charlotte 10 from Bruichladdich, it's heavily peated. It's excellent with steak. It's excellent with barbecue, like barbecued ribs, barbecued chicken, something like that is excellent. It really is. But when you get it on that scale and you're talking about it, it's not the same. Klein Leash 14 and Kolila are just wonderful drams, especially when you get an indie bottler. Oh, here, right here. Okay, got to make sure the dog wasn't there when I packed up. This is an excellent bottle of Klein Leash from the classic single malt Scotch Klein Leash Distillery. This is an independent bottler right here, but this is a 15-year-old Klein Leash. So distilled in 97, bottled in 12. I picked this thing up for like $69. Klein Leash 15-year-old for $69. Tell me who would not have bought that for this money? Especially in Canada. Who wouldn't have bought it? Hey, Carlos, cheers, man. Great seeing you. How's the trip going? 97, you were 14? Shit. I was 1 year away from getting married. I got married in 98. So you were 14 in 97. I graduated high school in 87. So you were 4 when I graduated. 4. Eric will tell you, he had hair that was one color back in 1987. It was a deal. I couldn't pass it up. And then I think they realized they had it at the wrong price, but I didn't care. I got mine. There you go. See? Oh, 83. Ooh-wee. There you go, JD, for a beer company. And you loved every minute of it. All right. For my final pour, I am pouring this hardcore. Because I drank all the 12. I drank all the Little Bay. I drank all the 15. I drank all the Ardbeg 10. So let me pour some of this right here. All righty. Let's pour a little snort of this fine juice. Well, yeah, I want to know how the wedding went. Or did you get back home? Are you still down there? What's going on? Did you have your hair all fixed up? I mean, hey, we want to know all the details. Oh yeah, the Machir Bay. And that's a whole nother story about clean peat. Clean peat. And some people have never heard that term. Clean peat. Not ashy, not, what you would expect that Kilchoman Machir Bay. It's very clean. It's very neat peat. It's smoky. It's peat, but it's not that ashy Ardbeg coal and stuff like peat. peat is so different depending upon the distiller and where they get it from. It's like night and day. It's like night and day. I don't know why, but on this particular Ardbeg, the Ard Core, I get a hint of banana on the nose. And I don't know if it's because of the black malt barley. It generally should be chocolate, but I get a hint of ripe banana. It's there. It's not like in your face, but it's there. And then that sweet bread note I get from Scotch. I love that. I just do that sweet bread note, that malt, that oh my gosh. And I know this is peated, but that does not come through on the nose to me. That does not come through on the nose to me. And I'm just sitting here just taking it all in. It's like, oh my goodness, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Oh my gosh, 21 people still here. Appreciate you all for being here. Thank you very much. Make sure you smash that like button. Really do appreciate it. Mm. Oh my gosh, that sweetness is just wonderful. Ugh, truthfully is just wonderful. You should. So glad. If I'd have known that, I'd have put on one of the 4, 5, 6, or 8 cowboy hats I got just for you. Just for you, brother. But cheers. I'm glad it went well. I'm glad, and I hope you score a few good bottles. And then when you do, make sure you're here next week and tell me all about it. Mm, mm, mm. Well, everybody, the only thing I can tell you is it has been enjoyable. My wife just told me that supper is going to be ready shortly. So, you know me, I'm all about being on time to dinner. Call me anything you want, but late for happy hour or dinner. And I'm not going to be that. But it was great seeing you all, having you here, having this chat, drinking this whiskey. Thank you to Eric Gunderson for supplying that wonderful, wonderful sample of the Oban 15. It was great in being able to compare it with Little Bay and the Oban 12 Twin Foxes. It was such a nice up and down, up and down, up and down. It really was. It just was. It was a great little tasting, just kind of an impromptu thing. It turned out to be really good. And then, of course, getting back into some of these older bottles that I haven't been into in a minute, like the Ardbeg 10 and then the Ardbeg Ard Core. It was great. Love the little banana nose on this. Uh, really enjoyed having you all here and seeing you and some people that I haven't seen or talked to in a minute. Uh, like I said, it's great seeing you all and having, you guys show up just to say, hey. But yes, I do look forward to seeing you all next week. I hope you have a good week. Cheers, everybody. See you in a week. Have a great evening.